What's up, you guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now, I want to talk about the new HBO Max original movie, 8-Bit. Guys, I relate to this movie. I remember when the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, came out. Now, I remember I got one the year it came out. I don't remember them being hard to find, and maybe they were, but I don't remember them being hard to find. I was 8 years old the year it came out, and I got one that Christmas. And all my friends had one too, and the NES permeated our lives. Like I remember going over to my friend Brian's house, and we would play Contra, Turtles the arcade game. We would play all those games over there. People would come over to my house. We'd play Mario. We'd play Legend of Zelda. Even my dad. I remember me and my dad, we spent countless hours playing Legend of Zelda. Um, we'd have Nintendo sleepovers at friends' house where we'd just stay up all night playing Nintendo games, especially TMNT, the arcade game. That was it. That was our game. But guys, the Nintendo Entertainment System was a huge part of my childhood. So this spoke to me, but I want to kind of attack this from a different angle, not necessarily the nostalgia angle, because this movie is set in the 80s. It's set the year that the NES came out, and it's about a boy that wants an NES for Christmas. And it's about him trying everything in his power to convince his parents to getting him an NES. Now, you might know the angle I'm going to take this conversation at now. Um, this is a modern Christmas story for today's audiences. Remember A Christmas Story? It's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. Yes, even more than National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I love A Christmas Story. It's about the boy who wants the Red Ryder BB gun, and he tries everything in his power to get it. And then ultimately on Christmas morning, his dad comes through and gets him that Red Ryder BB gun. And it's at its core, it's a movie about a boy who wants a present for Christmas. Yes, but at its core, it's a movie about a father and a son. A lot of the interactions, if you watch this movie with those glasses on, that this is a father-son movie, so many of the interactions that happen between Ralphie happens between him and the old man. And at the end of the day, when the old man comes through, it is a testament to their relationship. It's a testament to how good of a father, how loving of a father he is. Not that getting somebody a gift makes you a good father or a loving father, but you see when Ralphie's opening up that BB gun and the father's just laughing, overjoyed at the joy that he's bringing his son. You see how much he loves his son in that moment. It's not about the gift; it's about the giving. Um, this movie had a lot of similarities to A Christmas Story. It's about the boy who is trying to convince his parents to get him the NES. You've got the bully who is standing in the way of his Christmas and standing in the way of him getting that NES. There's an arc in it that involves our boy eventually standing up to the bully. Um, there is a series of hijinks involving getting an NES that the boy gets himself into. There's a series of hijinks that involve the Christmas season itself that the boy finds himself in. And ultimately, at the end of the movie, I'm not going to give any spoilers here as to whether or not the boy gets the NES, but ultimately, at the end of the movie, it's a movie about a father and a son. It's a movie about the relationship. It's a movie about how much that father loves his son and what he's willing to do for his son. Throughout most of the movie, I saw the parallels between 8-Bit and A Christmas Story, and I was amused by the parallels. But by the end of the movie, I found myself tearing up because as a father and as a son, I'm both. I'm a father and a son. As somebody who's in that position, it spoke to me. It made me want to be a better son. It made me want to be a better father. And that might be superficial to say based on a straight to streaming movie, but it had that kind of impact on me. I found the ending of this movie to be very profound. And because of that, I definitely give this movie a high recommendation, especially if you are an adult son or if you're a father. I feel like there's a lot you can get from this movie. Now, if you're a child of the 80s, I think that you're going to have even more to get from this movie because it does have a lot of nostalgia. It has a lot of fun Easter eggs. There's a lot of fun to be had if you were a child of the 80s, early 90s. But at the end of the day, this really struck me as that father son movie that a lot of people miss that A Christmas Story was. So yeah, this is A Christmas Story for a new generation. Is it as good as A Christmas Story? Is it as iconic as A Christmas Story? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But the similarities are there, and the quality is also there. Right down to the narration. Like this movie's narrated by Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Why can't I think of his name? Um, um, oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Now I have to look it up. All right. Why can't I think of his name? Neil Patrick Harris. Why could I think of Neil Patrick Harris? It's Doogie. Um, yeah, the movie was narrated by Neil Patrick Harris in the same way that Gene Shepard narrated the original Christmas Story. Now there are flash forwards to present day, where he's telling the story to his daughter, but I think that added to it. I think that really added to what this story meant to him. Um, yeah, this was really good. I highly recommend 8-Bit. I give it I'd give it a B plus, A minus. It was that good. Uh, Definitely gave you those Christmas feels, and it was just a lot of fun, and in some ways even profound. So that's my take on 8-Bit. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Hey guys, it's LQ with the LQ Review. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me.